If you want 2019 to be the best year of your life, then I've got 3 essential goals that'll help you make that happen. Coming up. Welcome to the Power of Quiet, helping you realize the power inside of yourself to have abundance, happiness, peace, and imperturbability in your life. And if you're new here, hit subscribe, because what you're going to discover about this channel is that we don't just talk a bunch of fluff. What we do here is practical, it's provable. Now, we're at the beginning of a fresh new year. And as is the tradition when we have a new year, is we make New Year's resolutions to set our focus on what we're going to accomplish and change in our lives, hopefully for the better, in the upcoming year. And you've probably set some resolutions already, maybe to lose weight, have more abundance, have more free time. And here's the thing, unfortunately, setting New Year's resolutions and achieving these resolutions are 2 totally different things. In fact, statistically, what they say is that there's a 92% failure rate in following through on New Year's resolutions. Most of the time, they're completely abandoned come February. So what I want to do is give you 3 goals, 3 resolutions to add to what you already have that will enable you to successfully see your resolutions all the way through, actually achieve them this year. Also, these 3 goals by themselves are powerful. Just using them alone will dramatically change your life for the better this upcoming year. And the best part is, each of these 3 goals are actionable, meaning you don't have to wait for the results to happen. You can apply these goals today and get results. And as you keep applying these goals, throughout the year, your results will keep getting better and better and better. All right? So let's start with number 1. The first goal is I allow myself to love myself at all times with ease. Now, this is such a powerful goal because it's a decision. I decide to love myself no matter what. And what this does is it puts you right in touch with your beingness, your real essence. That love is your true nature. And the more you're in touch with your beingness, that is when your natural power just shows up effortlessly. Also, by keeping this goal in mind, I allow myself to love myself at all times with ease. It's going to put yourself in the position where you're holding in mind, I deserve to have all of my goals. I'm good enough. And what this does is that it puts you in the position to actually allowing yourself to have your goals. Because if you're consciously or subconsciously beating yourself up, guess what? You can't allow yourself to have your goals. Internally, it's just like, no way. And you're pushing your goals away. So when you set this intention to love yourself, it's going to remove this barrier. Also, when you have this intention, I allow myself to love myself at all times with ease, it's going to enable you to get bigger than that tendency to beat yourself up when things don't go your way. When you see that you're not getting closer to your goal, you know how easy it is to say, you know what, I just can't do it. This doesn't work. I'm no good. This is going to override that. And that tendency just will stop coming up for you. And instead, you're just going to keep this attitude I am good enough. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Just because. It's not an ego thing. It's just, I love myself. Just because. And when you're coming from this position, just watch what happens to your life. It's just going to overflow with abundance. I promise. Now, number 2, the second goal is I allow myself to be in courageousness, acceptance, and peace at all times with ease. And what this is going to do for you is put you in the position where you can confront all of your fears, all of your resistances, and get bigger than them. And bring them up and let them go, all of them. It's going to put you in the position to drop all of your fear so you can become fearless, totally courageous in your life, and always come from a sense of, yes, I can. Because that's just natural when you're in the state of courageousness, acceptance, and peace. It's going to lift you up higher than being in your mind, where you have doubts, confusion, where you're second-guessing yourself. All of that stuff will just go away. You're going to be purposeful. You're going to be focused. And this is a key to seeing your goals all the way through. And the best thing about setting this intention, I allow myself to be courageous in acceptance and in peace at all times with ease, is that it's just a decision. It really is a decision. And in one split second, no matter where you are in your emotions, you could be in apathy, you could be in fear, you could be caught up in anger. And in a split second, you can rise above all of that and come from a high energy. And as you keep practicing this, your natural energy constantly throughout the day will be higher and higher and higher. You'll just move up into a higher energy. Now, what I'm going to do in a moment is guide you through the process of just making that decision to move up into courageousness and up even higher into acceptance and even higher into peace. I'm going to walk you through it in just a moment. All right, so now number 3, the third goal to hold on to for the new year is I allow myself to be imperturbable at all times with ease. And this is the greatest goal. This is the goal to end all goals. Because what this is going to enable you to do is achieve every other goal. Because it's going to enable you to knock out the major obstacles that are in the way. Namely, the desire. That desire to have that goal, to have that money, to have that free time, to have that fit and healthy body. The thing that's stopping you is the want for it. So when you decide, I want imperturbability more than anything else, it's going to put you in a position where you're totally okay even if you don't get it. You could be just as happy whether you have the goal or not. But here's the thing. Imperturbability works both ways. It's not just being happy even if you don't get it. Being imperturbable if you don't get it, which some of us can get to. And when some of us do this, we fall into a trap because we stop. We decide, okay, I'm hootless. Even if I don't get my goal, it's okay. I'm all right if I don't get it. But the thing is a master has no limitation. So sure, it's okay to be hootless if you don't get it, but are you hootless enough to actually reach out and decide to have it? Are you hootless enough to where there is absolutely no limitation? You can have it. That's a whole nother thing. And the trap is when we get hootless if we don't have it, we stop. And without even realizing it, we can fall into apathy. Because really what we're stopping short of is confronting our negativity inside that says, I can't. And oftentimes that's a negativity that we don't want to face. So when you decide to be imperturbable enough to face whatever darkness, whatever demons are inside of you that pose your limitations, that's really rising up, being courageous, and getting bigger than all of that, and deciding, yes, I can have it. Nothing is stopping me. You see, that's a whole different energy than just being imperturbable even if I don't have it. Right? So you get that? Imperturbability goes two ways. So here's the thing. When you set this goal, I allow myself to be imperturbable at all times. This is always going to keep you looking in the right direction, looking towards beingness, and always holding in mind the right perspective of letting go of the desires, quieting your mind, going for the ultimate consciousness. If that's your priority, then everything else falls into line. That's why I call it the goal to end all goals. All right, so work on these goals and let me know what your other goals are. Share them in the comments below. I'll share with you what my goals and resolutions are for the upcoming year. I'd like to see what yours are. Let's collaborate and work together so all of us can realize our goals and have the best year ever. Now, let's practice getting into this incredible place of courageousness, acceptance, and peace. This is the energy that we should be coming from all the time. This lifts us out of all of our negative feelings, our apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride, all that negativity that just keeps us locked in the ego. And here's the thing. Getting into courageousness and higher, it's just a decision. I'll show you. So first, just close your eyes now and think about one of your goals. Think about a goal that inside, somewhere deep inside, do you have a feeling, I can't do it? Sure, it's a good goal, but I probably won't achieve it. You have a goal like that in mind? Now, when you think about this goal, just bring your awareness now to your stomach or chest, right here to your feeling center. Because when you're in your mind, you're just thinking about it and you get nowhere. All that mind is a recording and playback machine, and it doesn't erase anything. Where you can erase things is right here in your feeling center, in your stomach or chest. So just close your eyes, bring your awareness to your stomach or chest. When we think about this goal, notice if there's a tightness or contraction that shows up now in your stomach or chest. Kind of a clenching feeling. And what that is, that clenching feeling, is your body letting you know that you're suppressing some negativity here. You're pushing your feelings down. And that's what keeps you stuck. That keeps you limited and prevents you from having that goal. Keeps you in that place where you can't have it. And all you have to do now is just open up an imaginary window or door right in front of that energy. Wherever you feel that tightness or contraction, just open up an imaginary door right in front of it. Now imagine that energy moving right on out the door. And just watch it leave. Just energy passing through. Whatever that looks like to you. And just watch that energy pass through even more. And 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 just open up that door even more. Allow that energy to leave. It's just energy. It's not good. It's not bad. Just energy passing through. That's all. Just watch it leave even more. And even more. Now notice how you feel. Notice if you feel lighter. And that's all we're looking for, just that lighter feeling. That's showing you that you can let go of that blockage in the most natural and practical way possible. You don't have to stand on your head. You don't have to chant anything. Just open up and let it go. And that lighter feeling is your natural beingness. That's your real power that's now showing up. Now, take a look to see if you've been trying to figure out, how do I get this goal? How on earth will it ever happen? Now see if your mind has an answer. Now, your friend, your mind, it loves to talk to you. It's always there to give you advice. And it says, when you have a goal, when you don't know what to do about it, just ask me and I'll help you find the answer. But what does it do? It sends you over here, over there, look there, check out this thing, go read that, sends you all over the place. And you still don't have an answer. And after you've looked everywhere and you've tried everything, what does your friend, your mind say? Well, you haven't been able to figure it out. You haven't been able to resolve it. Here's my advice. Beat yourself up. Now, what kind of a friend is that? Seriously. And how does it help you to beat yourself up? And you see you've been doing that, right? When things don't go your way, when you don't get what you want, it just kicks right in. Beat myself up. And it doesn't help you at all, does it? But here's the thing. Who's doing it? You're doing it, aren't you? And if you're doing it, and it's not getting you closer to your goal, now you can make a decision, a smart decision. I'm going to be positive and love myself, or I'm going to be negative and beat myself up. What do you decide? Well, I'm assuming you're deciding to be positive. So, right now, could you let go of disapproving of yourself just a little bit? And could you let go disapproving of yourself a little bit more? And could you let go disapproving of yourself a little bit more? And could you let go disapproving of yourself a little bit more? And could you let go disapproving of yourself even more? And even more. And even more. Now notice how you feel. Notice if you feel lighter. Again, that's all we're looking for, is that lighter feeling. Now, could you give yourself some approval? Because it's a smart thing to do, right? I mean, after all, what does positive hurt? Nothing. So could you give yourself some love and approval? And could you give yourself some more love and approval? And could you give yourself some more love and approval? And some more. And even more. And could you give yourself even more love and approval? And even more. and even more. Now notice how you feel. Pretty spectacular, right? And notice, you did it. Now, take a look to see if that goal is more possible now than it was a moment ago. When you think about it, you notice a difference? And that's showing you how you're changing your picture. You're changing your consciousness from a consciousness of I can't to a consciousness of I can, just by loving yourself. That love is powerful. That's why that's the first goal I recommended here, to love yourself all the time, right? So now, let's move up into courageousness. Now, it is just a decision. Just like getting in your car. If you got into your car and you didn't have any intention, no decision about where you're going, you would just sit there. You wouldn't go anywhere. But when you have an intention, I'm going to the store, I'm going to the mall, you know where you're going, you know the route, you put your key into the ignition, you turn it on, you put it in gear, and you step on the gas. And that's what it's like to get into courageousness. Now, I know that a lot of times we get caught up in fear and worry and apathy, and we feel trapped by these feelings. But in a moment, just in a split second, you can move above all of that just by making a decision. So right now, all you have to do is first put yourself in a position where you feel courageous. You can use your body to guide you. Right now, just sit like you'd sit. If you're courageous, how would you sit? How would you hold your shoulders? How would you hold your back? Would you sit upright or would you lean back? There's no right or wrong way to do it. How would you sit if you were totally courageous? And when you're courageous, how would you breathe? Now allow yourself to breathe that way now. And how would you hold your face? Just become aware of your face right now. Do you have any tension in your forehead, in your cheeks, any tension in your jaw, your lips? Now, when you're courageous, do you have tension there? Or are you more relaxed? And just become aware and put your face in a place where you feel courageous now. And right now, just get your whole body into a posture of courageousness. And just breathe it in. Now you know what it feels like when you're courageous. You've been there many, many times in your life. We just felt unstoppable. And just get in touch with that feeling. Now, courageousness is an energy, and words that describe courageousness, they have energy, and we can use these words to resonate with this energy of courageousness. Let me just share some of these words with you now. And you could just close your eyes and just surrender to the energy of these words. Adventurous, alert, alive, confident, determined, focused, purposeful, open, optimistic. Yes, I can. Giving, receiving, independent, integrity, initiative, responsive, self-sufficient, And just allow the energy of these words to wash all over you and lift you even higher. And notice how you feel. You see, this is how easy it is to move up above all of the ag flap, apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride, all these negative emotions, into a positive realm where nothing can stop you. See, courageousness is, yes, I can. It's a willingness to move forward without hesitation, without fear, with determination. Nothing stopping me. And notice how easy that is when you're in this energy. And the feeling is nothing can stop me. Even if I get knocked down, so what? I'm going to get right back up and keep moving forward. Now, as nice as this energy is, we can get even higher. Move up into a place of acceptance. And acceptance is a very powerful place. Acceptance isn't just rolling over, like if something bad happens to me, I just accept it. That's not what it is. See, what acceptance is real perfection. See, just think about something in your life that happened that just happened spontaneously, magically. A time in your life when everything just went your way. You couldn't have even planned it better. We have words for this like serendipity. And you're just sitting there going, wow, look at what is happening here. And see, in those moments, you couldn't imagine a better outcome because it's just perfect. And there's no need to change any of it because it's already perfect. That's the acceptance that we're talking about. That is a very powerful and creative place, a very spontaneous place where perfection rules. And all you have to do to move up into acceptance is just be open to it. Now just be open to the energy of these words that come from acceptance. Abundance, appreciation, gratitude, love, harmony, belonging, well-being, gentle, glowing, joyful, in tune, receptive, loving. Then all you have to do is just open yourself up to love right now. Just open up to all the love in the universe and allow that love to just flow into you. Like a flower opens up to the sun. Open up right now. Let all that love, all that warm energy just flow into you. And just receive it. Invite it in. And let that love fill you up. And allow yourself to love that love back. Love the universe back. Just give it out freely now. And feel that wonderful feeling of loving. And notice when you're loving and when you're receiving love, that feeling of love, either way, is the exact same love. It's all one and the same. Now allow yourself to open up to this love even more. And even more. And even more. And just surrender to the love. Surrender to harmony. Surrender to perfection. And notice what you're experiencing now. Now, as good as that is, let's move up even higher into this beautiful space of quiet. Notice the happiest times are when your mind goes quiet. Like when you see the most beautiful sunset. You're not thinking about anything. You're just in awe over the beauty that's unfolding right in front of you. Or you think about a time when all of your goals just fall into line. Everything's going perfectly in your life. Your mind goes quiet because there's nothing to think about. No what ifs or how do I get that. All of those thoughts just subside because everything is just perfect now in the moment. And it's when your mind is quiet that your happiness, which is your true nature, becomes obvious. That's who you are. So right now, can you just move up into quiet? And right now, let your mind go quiet. And just get quiet. Notice the quiet that's all around you right now. Even if there's noise going around, it all happens in a field of quiet. Pay attention to that quiet. It's right here, right now. Notice that quiet never changes. It never ever goes away. And that quiet has no end. It just goes on and on and on to infinity. And that quiet goes deep inside of you with no end. It's infinite in you. And just surrender to the quiet now. And let your mind go quiet even more. And even more. And notice in this place of quiet, nothing can be destroyed. In this place of quiet, there's no good, there's no bad, there's no beginning, no end. It's eternal. And in quiet, you are eternal. And this quiet is the place of imperturbability. As you see, nothing can touch this quiet. And nothing is needed in this place of quiet. And this signifies that goal to end all goals. I allow myself to be imperturbable at all times with ease. And you know you're there as long as you're quiet. And as you can see, it's your choice. It takes no time to get quiet. It takes no time to move up into courageousness, acceptance, and peace. It's your decision. And if you decide to be like this all the time, what could you accomplish with your life? What could you accomplish this year? That's why these 3 goals are really key for you to achieve all of your goals. So practice them. Keep moving up. Keep setting that intention to be quiet, to be imperturbable. And you got it made. All right? So I wish you the best New Year's ever and the best year ahead. And I wish you all the success to achieve your goals so you can realize just who you are and how powerful you are. And I wish you all the love and happiness that is your true nature. I wish for you to see it in yourself and have it all the time. So take care, and I'll see you soon.